And we are live from the Darien Ice House. I am Dylan Pescatore, and it is the 2020 FCIAC Championship between the #1 seeded New Canaan Rams and the #2 seeded Darien Blue Wave. All season, these teams have fought neck and neck for the top spot in the FCIAC, and now it comes down to this one game. 45 minutes to declare either back-to-back championships for the Rams or a new champion in the Blue Wave. Hello everyone, I am Dylan Pescatore, a senior at New Canaan High School, and I could not be more excited to be here today. I'm here along with Dan Toscano and Boyd Harden. Guys, what a game we have going on today, so let's dive right in. Boyd, let's start with you. The Rams, they battled all year. Now they have a chance to repeat as FCIAC champions. We saw your daughter Kaylee have an amazing game Wednesday against Fairfield. And what is one thing you're looking out of the Rams tonight that'll tell you that this team is on its game and ready to win?
Well, New Canaan's in a spot now where they're finally healthy, and for me it'll be the performance of their second line. And watching the chemistry between those three young ladies and how they respond to the competition tonight and to the strength of Darien's depth as a hockey program.
On Wednesday, we saw Jade Lowe score 3 goals, also on that second line, along with Kroll and Connell. As you see the highlights going on right now, she scored the third, fourth, and second goal, and the fourth one is off a great deflection off a Benson shot. Jade Lowe, #6, watch out for her today. Now to the Blue Wave side, Dan. The Darien team is relentless. They don't give you an inch on the ice. We saw that against Greenwich, a defensive team on Wednesday, where they won 1-0. What are you looking for out of Darien tonight?
Well, what we'd like to see is a quick start. We talked about this the other night. They didn't get it. And as you saw with the game against a very, very strong defensive team in Greenwich, it's going to be just a random puck, loose puck in front that could decide the game. So I think for Darien, the most important thing they can do offensively is just get people to the net. I mean, we've talked about Blythe Novick forever and the amazing talent she has. You're not going to score too many goals from the point off of Blythe Novick. You got to get in front. You got to get the puck loose and try to get it past her.
On Wednesday for Darien, it was Claire Haupt making 29 saves against Greenwich. A few big ones in the third period at the end as the Cardinals looked to tie it up at 1, but they couldn't because of Haupt. 29 stops, as I said. She had a great game, and she's back in net for the Blue Wave today. We're about 20 seconds until the national anthem. We're ready for this one. The 2020 FCIAC Championship is next. And we are here for puck drop. As I said before, if you missed our open, I am Dylan Pescator. I'm joined here from Darien Ice House with Dan Toscano and Boyd Harden. We are here for the 2020 FCIAC Championship game, and it is going to be a good one. The best rivalry in Connecticut in terms of sports is New Canaan and Darien, and we get to see that today for 45 minutes in the Girls Hockey FCIAC Championship. Puck drop is in about a minute, and this is going to be a good one. Wednesdays were the two semifinals that brought the teams here. New Canaan beating Fairfield Co-op 5-0, backed by 3 goals from Jade Lowe. And Darien in that second semifinal winning a 1-0 very close game against the Greenwich Cardinals as both teams go to their benches and the starters come out. The referee with the puck, and we are about to start this one.
Big game, and they got a couple of high-class officials out here. I recognize both of them.
Only the best of the best for the FCIAC Championship. The top-of-the-line talent in a 200-foot rink, and we are off. Maddie Cloud wins the face-off back to Potter. New Canaan gaining the first possession as Harden puts it down the right side, and a neutral zone battle occurs. Darien now down the left side, looks for Toscano. The pass past her stick, but she keeps it in. Here's Toscano, looks for the puck, throws it out other side where Potter will play it. Switches around once again. Kaylee Harden right side, lifts the stick of Toscano, battling along with her. She gets it out into neutral ice. Martin now for the Blue Wave as Darien will go for a change, as will New Canaan. Here comes that second line, Boyd, that you wanted to talk about so much.
Yep. They need to get off to a solid start here. Grace Kroll handling the puck right now, coming back from an ACL injury. It's terrific to see her out there.
She puts it up to neutral ice where Darien intercepts. Moving on in, throwing to the middle where Harden will put it to the corner. Lowe looking to get it out. Potter now on her backhand looks to get it out. Connell lays a hit along the wall, clean one at that.
We got an injury there, I think.
And we will have an injury timeout. It's number 23, Sarah Hearns, the defenseman for Darien. She'll skate out under her own power, and we'll have a quick stoppage.
Face-offs outside. Whistle was caused by an attacking player.
I forgot we're joined by an official tonight, so we're going to get very specific on rules. I love it. I have a lot of questions for you.
Everything but the actual rule number.
Connell dumps it in, doesn't get all the way deep, but Benson now has it at the red line. She puts it in deep and gets her forwards a change, but stays on. Back to the first line go the Rams as Darien clears it down, and Harden will take it, making a spin move, looking to get it out. Look to the neutral ice, it goes off of Darien's skate. Harden looks to put it back down, but Darien will regain possession. Now down the middle of the ice come the Blue Wave. First shot of the game goes wide left off Novick and to the corner.
I think this is going to be the offensive line to watch tonight for Darien. If they're going to get more than 0 or 1 goals in this game, I think it's going to have to come from this line. They have been very prolific at times during games. I think last time these two teams met, I think all 3 goals may have come from this line, from Lucy Edwards and Kelly Raymond. Big one to watch. Yep. Obviously, this line coming out now has had more than their share of goals, with Kit Eric centering this line.
You're right, Dan. Kelly Raymond with 2 goals in Darien's win against New Canaan on January 10th, that is. Raymond had 2 goals and Edwards had 1. Ella Whitcomb in net that night. But tonight it's Claire Haupt. Haupt hasn't played against the Rams so far this season. It's our first time facing this New Canaan squad. Back to the point where taking it is Moody. She couldn't keep it in, but gains possession still.
Boy, great to see Grace Kroll back out.
It sure is.
How long was she out for?
She was out until basically February. She skated, but she didn't resume competition until the end of January, early February. I think this is her 6th game back, and you can just see each game she gets more and more confident and gets her timing back.
Really had a great game, Troll, that is, against Fairfield on Wednesday, driving that puck in deep and was very big in the cycle game for the Rams. Harden looks to get it out for New Canaan and does. She has Courtney O'Connell to her left, tries to find her. Deflected off her stick, she stays on side and puts it in deep. Darien having some trouble getting it out. Courtney keeping it in, it goes back out point. McKenna Harden looks for a shot, it's deflected and blocked. Taking it is Moody. Cloud looking for a forecheck as Darien, and there's a penalty.
Yep.
Maddie Cloud in the offensive zone, trips down a Darien defenseman, and it will be the Blue Wave going to the man advantage for the first time tonight. Boy, it looked like New Canaan having a good offensive zone face-off, and then, or shift that is, and then Cloud stopped that one with the trip. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, no, that was the right call. You gotta be mindful of your stick, and you trip your opponent, you go to the box.
Quincy Connell on the PK today, along with McKenna Harden. Throw and a shot on here. Novik with the stop after deflected by Niffin. She puts it back out point. Now switching the point here is Darien, and it goes back out to the neutral zone.
This is what Canaan has to avoid, is spending time in the box. You know, Darien has more depth this year, and they can't have their two lines out killing penalties as well.
Quincy Connell along with Grace Kroll on the PK for the Rams in terms of forwards. Cutting in is a Darien forward, Donovan. Her shot is blocked. Now back out other side, Martin, she puts it down in. Donovan passes her. It's Niffin below the net, battling along with McKenna Harden. Niffin, back out Donovan. Point Martin. Donovan looks for a shot, takes it, stopped by Novik.
Good puck movement by Darien.
Blythe Novik with her first official save of the night. 1:07 left in this power play for the Blue Wave as the second unit PK comes on for New Canaan.
It's an important first save for a goalie, get the nerves out, right?
For sure, she played in this game last year, the final that is, winning 4-1 against Greenwich. Now comes out, Drugan takes a shot blocked by the skate of Harden, and O'Connell will dump it out. Darien having some trouble in the neutral zone, and Kaylee Harden has a chance in the offensive zone. Looking to kill some time, goes below the net. She has Courtney, but doesn't find her, and they'll all go back on D. 38 seconds to go in this PK for the Rams. Now cutting in is Martin, takes a shot, saved by Novik, a rebound, it's in! It's Bellissimo, and it's 1-0 Darien.
Well, I mentioned earlier the importance of getting people in front of the net.
Yep.
That was a rare rebound by Blythe Novik right in front. Usually she does a really good job directing the puck, and that one just was a little difficult to handle. Bellissimo right there to just put it back home.
As we call it in hockey, that was a delicious rebound.
Power play goal for Darien, less than 5 minutes into the first period, and the Rams find themselves at a disadvantage. Back out to the second line goes Coach Buellin as there's a battle in the neutral zone. Kroll right in there. Dumping in is Toscano and going after it. Benson on D against her. She goes back out to the slot. A shot is saved by Novik. The rebound, another stop by Blythe. Now goes back out point. A shot by Martin. Save. The rebound's right there, and it's in. It's Eric's 2-0 Darien.
I'm going to ask a question there. Do you think the Darien player was in the crease before the puck got there?
No, I don't. I guess we could look at it again. But I don't think she interfered with, maybe she was out of the crease, so.
It's so great having a referee here.
Yeah.
I know the questions to ask, I just don't know the answers.
We were in store for a defensive battle, but Darien came out firing in the offensive zone. 2 goals for Darien with 9:30 left in this first period. Bellissimo on the PP, and then Kit Eriks on a great rebound opportunity after a shot from the point from Catherine Martin. And we have another penalty.
It's coming up against Darien for interference. Took out Kaylee Harden.
Yeah, it looked like Sarah Hearns there. I guess not.
Well, you got your quick start, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, that's been something that's been missing for a lot of games for this team, and it makes for some tense moments and some very close scores. Obviously, there's a ton of play here, and obviously New Canaan going on a power play could turn this around very quickly here.
First line on for New Canaan on their power play. They run a 2-defense, 3-forward system, and there's a grade A opportunity for New Canaan to get back into this one real quick. Keeping it is O'Connell, looks for Benson in the slot, but can't get it. O'Connell, after some stick moves in on a 2-on-2. She tried to take a shot, but fans a second chance opportunity is saved by Haupt, and the whistle. For it on Wednesday, the Rams' power play wasn't really working out for them. A lot of outside passing, but that box-like defense from the Mustangs really stopped them. What are you looking for from them today?
Well, ultimately, that's what you need to do, is move the puck around. They just didn't capitalize. And plus, Fairfield's got a bona fide goalkeeper. So you got to move the puck on the outside. That's
shot on net, and we have a goal.
Looks
it's
like
Benson.
Benson from Hardin on the rebound.
Man is scoring, coming quick in this one. New Canaan's back in it. The freshman defenseman has an assist on Wednesday. Now she puts one herself into the back of the net. It's a 2-1 game.
So that's one of the design play to bring up Amanda and put her down low due to her size. Well, that's one way to respond.
Darien takes a penalty after going up 2-0, and now we're back to a 1-goal game after a goal from Amanda Benson. Here's Niffen, tries to throw it to the slot, not controlled from Darien, and Potter puts it back out Niffen. Now Hearns takes a shot, gets deflected off the side of the net, comes back in front. Donovan looks for Niffen on the other side, but she wasn't in position. Now back out point goes the Blue Wave. It's deflected down by Hardin, and here comes a rush for New Canaan. Hardin on her backhand, Kaylee that is. She dumps it on in and goes for a change. Second line back on here for the Rams. Quincy Connell on the forecheck. Kroll looks to keep it in. She can't, and Darien with a rush of their own. Hardin, middle of the ice goes Kroll. She passes across Lowe, who has some space. It goes off her skate and down deep into the Darien zone. Martin looking to get it out, and she does after a deflection off Connell.
Good defensive play there, going D to D.
And now Quincy dumps it on in. Quick shifts for New Canaan so far is something that Coach Buellin wanted to put into the minds of the girls today. Back out Cloud left side after a failed clearing attempt. The shot, the rebound, it's still loose. No whistle yet, digging at it, and now the whistle from the official. Dan, you talked about in that last few minutes of the Greenwich game, Darien almost gave up the tying goal after taking a ill-informed penalty and not at a good time at all, and now the opposition cashes in. Penalties is something that they're going to have to control. And do we have another one here? Seems as though we do. Hooking.
Maddie, looks like it's a slash.
Slash.
Maddie Cloud, number 2.
These officials calling a much tighter game than we saw on Wednesday night's semifinal games. So the players have to adapt, right?
Personally, I like it when they call it tight because the girls are so skilled now and fast that if you let them play, it can result in injury.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And the players adapt. As long as they're consistent, and you'd rather see a tighter game with, because it will settle them down, and you hate to see that. When the chippiness picks up and then one person gets called late in the game when it really counts, and it doesn't seem that fair.
Agreed. And slashing, that's kind of a frustration penalty. There are certain penalties that are understandable. Slashing has never really been one I've been able to get my
especially when it's away from the puck.
Yeah, and you're in the first period here.
First period, and we already have 2 penalties called, now 3. Maddie Cloud taking her second of the game as 1:15 is left in this power play for Darien. Hardin with a full rink clear. Help to play the puck.
Well, a lot of standing around in the first half of this power play by Darien. They're going to have to do a little better if they want to get some pressure here on the goalie.
Yep.
Dumping in is Moody.
I mean, you should never, ever be able to carry the puck that long as a defensive player killing a penalty. There's nobody low. That's just moving your feet.
Darien tries again with another rush. They dump it in. It goes right to a New Canaan stick, which is Harden, and now she has a 2-on-1. And meanwhile, 1-on-1 as Lowe drops back. Harden on her backhand loses the puck, and Darien will take it back. But then they turn it over, and Lowe dumps it in, killing even more time. Less than 30 seconds to go in this power play for the Blue Wave.
Well, Darien's killing this penalty as much as New Canaan is at this point.
Kroll with another clear.
Sometimes you get in a funk.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, let's just get this power play over with, because
decline the penalty.
Exactly.
Potter goes right side, finds Connell. Can't control the puck, goes middle of the ice to the Sconnell, and she'll dump it in, finds Potter.
Well, back to even strength.
5-on-5 play here, as that is the reason icing is called. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for Darien.
All right, I have the first of my random rules questions for you, Boyd. Has nothing to do with this game.
Okay.
If a player is checked into his opponent's bench, completely into the bench, he's not on the ice, can his team send a guy out from the bench and he just stays on the opponent's bench until there's a whistle? So it's considered in play until he gets back to his own bench.
Correct.
Thrown out in front, and another goal! It's Eric's again. It seems like that'll be a clean goal according to the officials. Kit Eric's, her second of the game, 3-1 Darien in the first. Boyd, what did you see on that one? That was a strong reaction.
Yeah, I saw my fellow broadcaster's daughter in the back of the cage, but it looked like she got pushed in. So.
Well, I was busy asking you questions about nothing. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Well,
4 goals in the first period, unheard of. Darien up 3-1.
Well, it looks like maybe we're going to have 2 games here. One is the 5-on-5 game, and then the other is the man advantage game.
Koo getting some ice time for New Canaan as Darien goes down the right side. With speed is Martin. She dumps it in. Harden to play the puck. Tries to switch the side of the ice. Gets it out is Courtney O'Connell. But Darien dumps it right back in. We see Courtney O'Connell along with Kaylee Harden here. But, Boyd, I do not see Maddie Cloud. Maybe a bit of a punishment for
I think she's probably being reminded the importance of not fouling in the first period.
Especially
she'll be back. She's a competitor.
And she's a player I feel really gets overlooked on this New Canaan first line. You see the goals and the sick passes from O'Connell and Harden. But really, Cloud sometimes really runs that line and is a great two-way center.
Agreed. Yeah, sometimes you don't get the credit you deserve, but that's a very prolific line, and she's a part of it, and you got to recognize that.
Well, I think, that when you get deeper into stats behind goals and assists, and you try to track who makes the pass that frees somebody up to score, a lot of really great lines have that sort of, that silent assassin who makes everything happen and is not in the middle of the celebration at the end, just gets back to the bench and says, let's get to the next one.
Yep, just a grinder.
Moody trying to get it out for Darien. Quincy Connell keeping it in. Kroll tries to find Lowe, and it goes back in deep where Kroll will control. She throws it back out slot. Quincy Connell, she gets taken down. Legally that is, and Martin will have to clear for Darien. Here's Harden to her sister Kaylee down the right side. She's by herself, makes move to her backhand now forehand, looks for a shot, helped with the save. With the blocker, the rebound goes to Cloud. She can't get all of her power on it, and it goes back to the neutral zone.
What worries me about the Darien play, I mean, obviously they're playing very well in the offensive zone, is the neutral zone play is really sloppy, and this New Canaan team is so talented that's where they start the opportunities.
You got offside, sorry.
Eriks looked for her third, but she was offside. 2:52 left in this first period.
Well, I'd say, fan of hockey, I think the neutral zone is the most important part of the game. And ultimately, if you lose the battle there, there's a good chance you're going to lose the game as a result.
Here's Harden in that neutral zone, goes for a forehand, looks for a lane. Finds one around a defender, looks to throw it in front. Cloud's there as well. The rebound goes to Courtney O'Connell. She shoots, saved by Halp still. It's loose and to the corner. Claire Halp coming up big for the Blue Wave here late in the first.
Catherine Martin's got some wheels.
She dumps it on in. Benson to play it for New Canaan as Darien goes for a full change. Benson cross ice, looks for Courtney O'Connell off her stick, and she'll try to dump it in and does. .2:10 left here in the first period and a 3-1 game as Darien turns it over. Kroll back out to Quincy Connell, look to put it through the legs of the defender, loses the puck, and it goes back out to McKenna Harden in the neutral zone.
That's a trip.
She gets taken down, no call from the refs as Edwards is below the net.
Were we missing a ref there? I thought maybe there should have been somebody on the other side who would have seen that.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a change of possession like that, especially where the attacking team gets an offensive advantage, I don't know how they missed that one. But it's all about perspective, too. Sometimes it can happen right in front of you. You don't even see it. And it's easy to be up here and play armchair official.
Courtney O'Connell taken down after a shot. Still no call. That one was clean, and now Cloud has it left side corner. Takes it below the net, looking in front. Kaylee Harden open in the slot, but Cloud can't get it to her, and now Darien breaks out. Long pass up is Niffen. She makes a move. It's still loose. And now New Canaan takes control, but then a turnover. Here's Toscano with a shot. It gets deflected over the left shoulder of Novik. Now back out point. This one blocked by Cloud, and to the corner is Harden, where Donovan will take it back. Darien with a long shift. Shot goes wide left side. Potter looking to clear it out on the right side, but can't get it all the way past the blue. Now Niffen left side corner. Cloud with it for New Canaan. She's batting along with Niffen and Toscano. It squirts out to McKenna Harden, who will take it out herself.
That's 14 there, Caitlin Chan. Great skater and a real grinder on the boards. No change for the last 20 seconds. I thought they might have tried to get that forward line off there.
Edwards for Darien along the boards. 10 seconds to go here in the first. A high-scoring one at that, as Kroll has it right side.
And there will be an ice cut.
We will have a full intermission, as you said. Boyd, not usual in girls hockey. They usually do about a 2-3 minute team meeting, but we will have a full 10 to 12 minute stoppage. And we'll see you guys right back after this. First period, 3-1 Darien. 2 goals from Kit Eriks. 1 goal for Darien from Bellissimo. And then that New Canaan goal coming from Amanda Benson. We'll see you guys here after the first.
So we got to check. I think they gave that goal to somebody else.
They did? We'll wait for the official scoring, and we'll check on that. But for right now, it is Benson with the goal for New Canaan. We'll see you guys after the intermission.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we were.
And we are back here for the second period in the 2020 FCIAC Championship between the New Canaan Rams and the Darien Blue Wave. It is 3-1 Darien after this first period. The first 15 minutes have gone by. The Wave up 3-1 after 2 goals from Kit Eriks, 1 from Kate Bellissimo, and New Canaan getting their goal from Amanda Benson. That was confirmed, right, Boyd?
We're still double checking.
Double checking.
Yeah.
From replay, we're pretty sure it's Amanda Benson with that goal. With the first period is over, and now we're into the second. 3-1 is Darien's lead. And Dan, what did you see from Darien in that first? You said you didn't like their neutral zone play, but they find themselves up 3-1.
Yeah, you know, they. I think it was actually a pretty even period, to be honest with you. New Canaan had a few more opportunities than the Darien team. The power plays, obviously, really the difference in the game. The 2-1 in that regard. So, you know, I don't think they can take any comfort from a 3-1 lead because they didn't earn a 3-1 lead. I mean, this has been an even game at best. So we'll see. We'll see what adjustments they make here in the second period.
Good move from Jurgen against the wall.
Hockey's all about capitalizing on your opportunities, and Darien certainly did that in the first period.
And it's loose here where Kaylee Harden will take it over. It's still in the Darien zone after New Canaan couldn't clear it, but now they do. Cloud over to Kaylee. Takes a shot wide left, goes below the net. Now low on, she lets it go back to Potter, who tries to keep it in but cannot. Cassidy almost with a 2-on-1, but a good defensive play there from Sophie Potter.
Well, I unofficially had Darien with only 4 shots on goal in the first period, so coming away with 3 goals on that, it tells you something, and not something that I think is repeatable.
That's certainly a high percentage for a hockey game.
Donovan along the right side finds Niffen in the middle of the ice.
2-on-1.
2-on-1 goes over right side, taking a shot. It's blocked down, and Novik will cover. Great job by Harden playing that 2-on-1.
Yeah, that's a great pass over to Chan. Creates the open look. She took a little too long to get that shot off, and was that Kaylee or McKenna who was in there to break it up? McKenna.
Deep.
Offensive zone face-off here for Darien on the far side of the rink. Quincy Connell in the face-off dot for New Canaan. She wins it back. Kroll looking to get her along right side boards and finds it. Here's a 2-on-1 for New Canaan. Connell coming back as Hearns looks to throw a shot on net. It goes over the glove of Haupt and hits the glass. Now back the other way comes Darien. They throw it over left side, taking a shot and blocked down by Harden. Comes back in front. Now back out point. Martin takes a shot. It's blocked once again, but still not out. Darien doing a great job of keeping possession in the offensive zone, but New Canaan gets it out to the neutral zone with Bellissimo.
Doesn't matter what level it is, high school, youth, professional, you got to get the puck out.
Here's Harden along the left side. She gets defended from Martin, and Clark takes the puck here for Darien. Raymond looking to get it out, having some trouble against the defense from Courtney O'Connell, and we do have a penalty.
She knows it.
It will be Raymond. She slammed her stick down in frustration. And now New Canaan will go to the power play where they are 1 for 1 so far today.
I got to say, I don't understand the play. I mean, you lower your shoulder and drill somebody. I mean, that's going to get called 100 times out of 100. That's unfortunate given the experience both teams have had, frankly, killing penalties here.
Yeah, you just can't do that. I've had the privilege of coaching her for a few years, and she's consistent.
Here's Cloud on the faceoff. It comes out loose slot. Benson throws a shot on net, and it finds its way in. New Canaan's power play is rolling. 8 seconds. That's all it took them, and it's 3-2. Benson, once again, it gets past Haupt. And the freshman defenseman has shown up today. 2 goals.
Oh, these are expensive penalties.
Yep.
The Canaan team wasted no time getting it into the net, and our odd man advantage game is tied up at 2, and the rest of the game is 1-0.
Momentum back to New Canaan as Harden moves on in, makes a move, tries a shot. It gets blocked down by Martin. Great moves there from Kaylee Harden.
Yeah, that was a heck of a move. Catherine Martin managed to get back and just disrupt that shot a little bit. But man, that fake there was just really impressive.
First line goes off for New Canaan. Back out comes the second. Here's Martin starting the rush for the Blue Wave down the left side. Now cuts to the middle. Catherine Martin with speed. Dumps it on in where Harden will have to chase.
You've seen Darien, Dan, play the most. My assessment is that who's faster, Catherine Martin or Lucy Edwards?
It depends on the day. And I'd say I'd give Martin a slight advantage on a longer track, but Edwards probably on a sprint.
Got it.
A block down from Kaylee Harden. Now she takes it herself in the offensive zone and dumps it in. It was the end of her shift, and now Kroll will come on for New Canaan. Quincy Connell looking to keep it in, and Kroll does and gets it in deep. Fighting along with Moody. Kept in at the wall from Quincy Connell. Throws in front, deflected by Kroll and stopped by Haupt. Low, back out point Potter. Puts it in deep. Kroll with it. Fighting along with Moody. Kroll, back out point Harden. Looks for a shot. She can't get in deep and a turnover. Here's Eriks down the right side. Harden coming back and making up for her play earlier.
One of the things I like the most when these two teams play is just the compete factor. I mean, you see somebody like a Kid Eriks or a Kaylee Harden come off the bench, and they come flying off that bench like their life hung in the balance. And it's just true up and down these benches. It's really fun to watch.
Icing there from New Canaan will bring an offensive zone face-off for Darien.
Yeah, this all goes back to the benefit of having a strong youth program for the girls here. The Connecticut Ice Cats, and as I alluded to, 11 out of the 12 starters worked our way up through the Ice Cats, essentially farm system for these two great programs.
Yep, number of them still playing. In fact, there's games tomorrow in the state tournament, U19 up in Newington. If you're a glutton for punishment and want to drive up and back twice, it's a nice ride.
Novick with a stop. Almost 5 minutes gone here in the second. Darien wins the faceoff. A shot on net is deflected down and back to the point where Martin will keep it in. Harden looking to get it out, comes out. Drugan at the point. Her shot, she doesn't get all of it on that one, and now New Canaan gets it out. Darien on the late offside. We'll have to reset. Harden looks to dump it down to Courtney O'Connell, who has some room.
That's a
she
hit
gets
from
taken
behind.
down,
Yep.
and another penalty. New Canaan's power play has been amazing so far. 2 for 2 today. 2 goals from Amanda Benson, and now they come back on. 10 minutes left to go in the second, and the Rams will have a man advantage.
I think they actually put the wrong person in the box.
It should be Chan, right?
Yeah, it should be Chan. She hit her from the rear, but
Cloud on the face-off against Bellissimo. It comes back out to the corner. Cloud chasing it with number 9 Bellissimo for Darien. Mighty Cloud looking to throw it below the net where Benson, the 2-goal scorer, looking for number 3. Drugan with a good clear out to the neutral zone. A power play that scored 8 seconds into their second one, and now the 2-goal scorer Benson comes down on her backhand. She goes back out point Harden to her sister McKenna. Looking for a lane, now she finds Courtney O'Connell looking to throw it on net. It's blocked down by Drugan and cleared the length of the ice.
well, that's how you draw it up.
So, Boyd, Amanda Benson, as you see, kind of lurking over here, trying to get an opportunity to score, add to her 2 goals already. Just a freshman?
Correct. Yep.
So she'll be around for a long time tormenting the Blue Wave.
Yes, she will.
O'Connell puts it in and gets it in deep. Looking to get out as Bellissimo takes a check from Benson. Now Martin looking to get it out, but kept in from Kaylee Harden. And then a great play from Donovan, and she gets it out. Now a chance down the ice from Martin. Great D from McKenna Harden. Now Martin looking to kill time here on the power play, which has 40 seconds to go.
It's a tale of very similar power plays here, like the last one, or second to last one Darien had, where might want it to just be over with.
Kaylee Harden takes a shot, goes over the glove of Halp, just missed the top of the net. Quincy Connell batting along with Benson, who's still on the ice. Throws it in front, no one there. Now chasing on in is Kroll. She takes an elbow to the head, and there's another penalty.
That was obvious. Let's see if they get the number right this time.
It will be a 5-on-3 for New Canaan for 11 seconds before Darien gets another man on, which will result in a 5-on-4. A key opportunity here for New Canaan to tie this one up in a game that really we didn't expect much scoring, but we have 5 goals so far.
Yeah, well, I would say some really sloppy play, especially in this period. And obviously, there's been 3 penalties already called in 7 minutes, but there have been a number of others that could have been called. And I think particularly the team in black and blue here needs to clean up its act, or it's going to be a long day.
Quincy Connell keeps it in, looks to throw it on net. Good stop by Haupt, who gets their player back on, and it will go back to a 5-on-4 for a minute 46.
Not to mention, killing these penalties is exhausting for the players. And
wears you out.
Bellissimo on with Niffen for the Blue Wave as Quincy loses the faceoff, gets tied up, but New Canaan does a great job of keeping it in, and now Darien will clear. Drugan in her own zone passes up to Bellissimo, looking to get it out. She has a trailer in Niffen, who will go after it along with Sophie Potter. Potter wins the battle, now starts a rush with Kroll. Over the right side low, can't gain possession. Darien doing a great job of keeping the Rams in the neutral zone. Still loose, and now Potter will dump it in and take it herself. Puts it in deep, chasing after it will be Ala Duane. Played a little bit of defenseman is Duane, but now she's more of a forward. Darien will clear it off against the boards and all the way down. First 2 power plays for New Canaan were on point, scoring 2 out of 2 chances. But now after 1 failed power play, this is the second one in a row, and they're looking for success.
That hit a New Canaan player.
Yeah, on the bench.
Should be outside, but...
Well, one way to invalidate the advantage of a deep team, this Darien team we've talked about all season is very deep. You know, run three solid lines, any one of which could be their top line, is to have somebody sitting on the bench all the time because they're killing a penalty, and it's it absolutely just kills your momentum, and if you've got a depth advantage, it's gone.
Right.
Cloud wins the face-off. Now Benson with it below the net. She has Cloud in the slot, taking it herself. Great moves by Benson. Her shot was deflected down to the goaltender Haupt, who had her stick out. Cloud almost drawing a tripping penalty. Now brought in is Courtney O'Connell in the slot. Can't get all she can on her shot. Hearns looking to clear, and she does to the neutral zone. Only 5 seconds left on this power play for New Canaan. 6:14 left in the second period. Harden with a few moves, cuts to the slot to her backhand, still loose, takes hit and goes to the corner. A clear from Darien, but is back to 5-on-5 play, so that will result in an icing.
Yeah, I think they were happy to get the clock stopped and get a change, reset. Now we're back to 5-on-5. I'm sure there's been conversation up and down that bench about playing smart and not taking stupid penalties, and I would not want to be the next one to head to that bench if you're a Darien player, because that may be the end of your day.
Referee not allowing that change. Canaan's the home team. They had already set, so once the home team is set, see if Jamie can communicate otherwise here. Nope.
They will get their change. Cassidy off.
Going back to the original lineup.
On is Donovan. Back out point, deflected to the corner where Connell will take it, goes behind the net. Kroll throws it in front, low. She just missed.
Nice.
Haupt might have got a glove on that, but that was the third goal set in stone, but Haupt says no. Now Kroll on her backhand, looks to throw it in front, batting along with Drugan. O'Connell with a steal. It's still loose in the high slot, and it goes back out to the neutral zone, where Donovan will take it and finds Eriks. Kid Eriks, 2 goals of her own already. It's deflected into the corner.
Well, momentum is a funny thing. You know, you can have it 1 minute, everything seems so easy, and the next minute it's gone, and you can't seem to do anything right.
Jade Lowe almost had her 4th goal in 2 games. As it's loose, Kaylee Harden's diving after it. We have another penalty.
Yep. Coming up on Catherine Martin.
I believe it'll be on Martin. Massey was also there.
Well, let's see now. There,
We're going to send...
A lot of conversation here going on between the officials.
The puck was loose going towards Haupt. It will be Massey going to the box. New Canaan with another power play, this one being their 5th of the day. Converted 2 so far, and now they look for the game-tying goal. 5:05 left in the second period. Cloud and Bellissimo facing off once again in the circle. It comes out to Niffen, who will get it clear.
nice hustle.
Novick stops it and gets the whistle there as Niffen was coming in on her. Darien getting an offensive zone face-off here, short-handed, looking to kill some more time here. Cloud wins it back to Harden. She's going to have to start below her own net and go 200 feet. Now to O'Connell. Making moves to her backhand. Dumps into the neutral zone where it goes to Hearns, and she'll get it all the way down once again. Darien doing a great job of clogging up the neutral zone so far in this power play. And now Harden will try to skate it herself. Martin takes it herself and will look to clear. She finds a teammate in Niffen on the right side, and she clears it in. Now takes it herself onside, looking to throw it in front. It's loose, and a big save by Novick. New Canaan essentially playing 4-on-3 power play here, as Benson was the trailer, and she has Martin with her. Boy, interesting to send a defenseman. Yes, a good scorer in Benson, but interesting to send her as the lone trick down in the blue line of Darien.
Yeah, that's a strategy, taking a taller, stronger player and putting him down and making one of the defensemen come back and pay attention to her or him in a boys game. It's not uncommon.
Hearns gets it cleared along the boards, just less than 30 seconds left in this power play for New Canaan. Looked on fire early, but the last 3 penalty kills for Darien have been outstanding. Lowe tries to put it in deep. Hearns gets another clear, and it'll mean that the Rams have only one last rush here on their power play. 3 minutes left in the second.
Well, the Darien team's getting a lot of practice killing penalties in this game. There's no doubt about that. So they should be getting better at it.
Harden, neutral zone, finds Quincy Connell, looks to make a move around Moody. Cannot, and another clear from Darien. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Keep those kills in mind if Darien does pull out that win today. So clutch in this second period. Lowe tries a self-pass along the board. She can't regain it. And New Canaan will gain possession once again, where they clear it down, and it will be icing. I mean, Dan, just think about all these girls. They gave up 2 power play goals, and then they have to kill another one right after. And they've been brick wall really good at stopping these power plays from the Rams in their last 3.
Yeah, you know, they don't do a lot in terms of changing lineups for penalty kills or power plays, so they generally tend to keep running their lines, and they'll pull one out forward off, obviously. So I think that does help them from a fatigue standpoint. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter. It just no call there.
Yeah, I think she tripped herself.
Yeah.
Courtney O'Connell going down the quarter, now Harden below the net.
I had a pretty good view.
She goes back down below the net to Cloud. Cloud back out Harden, but her stick was lifted by Toscano.
I mean, those plays are so bang bang if you're an official, and we all like to criticize the officials when we think they blew a call, but it's hard to see sometimes, and you got a split second to make the call, and if you see a stick down there, your tendency is to reach for that whistle, right?
Yep. Now it's interesting. I find myself missing most of my calls when they happen right in front of me, because you don't expect them to happen in front of you. You
Right.
expect them to be outside your field of vision.
Darien, a long offensive shift here as they keep it in. Looking to throw another one on net. It goes along the crease. And now Lowe to break out for New Canaan. She just dumps it down. It will go for icing. New Canaan getting the change that they needed.
I will say that it's looking like both teams are looking forward to the ice cut.
Sure does.
I mean, you said it, Dan. That penalty kill is very tiring for the Darien players. I mean, 4-on-5 is not easy.
Yeah, I think it's as mentally taxing as it is physically. You feel so much pressure. It becomes a lot of times a half-court game, and you're thinking, and it's a game where I think anyway, when you get on the ice, you got to sort of turn your brain off and just let your skills and your experience make the decisions for you. Otherwise, you just end up behind every play. But when you're trying to kill a power play penalty, you're thinking about where are people, because they're not where they usually are, and you got to compensate for one less defenseman out there. And I think it just it takes its toll.
Good call on the officials' behalf to bring the face-off down by the attacking zone.
Quincy Connell on the face-off here for New Canaan. Bellissimo wins it back, and here's Hearns. Tries to get it out. It goes off the shin pad of Lowe. We'll keep it in. Now Quincy Connell back to Lowe. Looking for short passes in the offensive zone. Now Lowe has some room. Looks to throw it on net. It's loose, and it goes in on Haupt, who covers.
And McCann doing a really nice job just moving the puck. Just keep it going. Getting it near the net. You never know what's going to happen. It's going off a skate or a leg or an arm. Whatever it takes, I'm sure they'll take the goal.
Can't score if you don't put it on net, right?
Benson looks to shoot. It goes off the defenseman into the corner.
So we're in the zone right now where a goal for either team would be a killer. You give up a goal here, and it just changes the entire game for either team.
Coaches never liked that last-minute goal.
No, but New Canaan's played a great period here. They put themselves back in the game. Darien not so much, but to your point, they survived a lot of penalty kills. And so they just want to get to the locker room. New Canaan might, try to slip one more in here before it's over. But you don't want to lose that momentum giving one up.
Drugan with a turnover. Courtney O'Connell looks to throw it in front. Sick check there by Haupt. Taken by Raymond and dumped back in. 10 seconds left in the second period with Martin. Tries to find Raymond. New Canaan doing a great job of forechecking, but it might be too little too late as 3, 2, and 1. We are at the end of the second period here. End of one was 3-2, now 3-1. Now we have 3-2 after another goal from the freshman defenseman Amanda Benson. We're going to have a good finish here, guys. One-goal game, Darien up 3-2. As you said, we're going to have another full intermission, 10 to 12-minute break, and we'll be back for the third period of the 2020 FCIAC Championship. It's over. And we are back here for the third and final period of the 2020 Girls Hockey FCIAC Championship. It all comes down to this. 15 minutes left to decide who is the FCIAC champion. Will it be the New Canaan Rams for 2 years in a row, or will we get a new champion in the Darien Blue Wave, who are winning 3-2 as we go into the third and the puck is dropped. It's into the New Canaan zone. We're taking is Toscano below the net. She's batting along with McKenna Harden. Now,
we get along up in the booth, but not on the ice.
Cloud puts it in. Kaylee dumps it in. And Darien will have to get it out with their defenseman. Here's Martin on her backhand. Cloud on her on defense. Next goal is going to be big in this one. Will Darien take a two-goal lead, or will it be New Canaan tying this one up? We'll have to see. Darien enters the zone.
That's a hit
down from Quincy Connell, and a penalty.
Quincy Connell with the body check.
It will be New Canaan going to the box here after Darien took 5. Yes, 5 penalties in that second period. New Canaan goes to the box here.
There's a reason why coaches don't have hair. I mean, after what you saw in the second period, I'm sure both locker rooms had a conversation about penalties. And here you are 48 seconds in and somebody's in the box. That's why they have no hair.
Yep.
Quincy, one of their best penalty killers, the Rams is. She's in the box, and now Niffen has it below the net. Kroll and Lowe on the first PK unit for the Rams. Lowe chasing after. Now Kroll on the forecheck.
That's
Darien
a nice.
Trying a long pass, and it will be an icing.
So just an aesthetic comment here. I really like the dark uniforms for both New Canaan and Darien.
Well, I think we borrowed the idea from New Canaan to have an alternate away jersey, and they were just introduced a couple weeks ago, and I have to say they're stunning.
Yeah.
When you see them up close, the black and blue, very reminiscent of the Duke men's basketball program, and they're one of their alternate uniforms, but it just fits so well with the colors. Sometimes you see teams with black uniforms, and it just doesn't kind of make sense. I'm thinking of my Mets in particular, that in that dark phase of their life when they were wearing those black jerseys.
Niffen back out point Martin. Now to Donovan, looks to cut to the slot. It's loose below the net. Harden looking to clear, battling with Niffen. Now Donovan right side, goes back point Martin. She keeps it on her backhand, goes back to Chelsea Donovan. Looks for a shot. It's blocked down. Kaylee Harden clears it. Now she'll chase after it. She has Elaine Drugan chasing after her as well. Looks for a move,
Nice
but
defensive play.
Catherine Drugan with a great play. Now Darien entering the zone. A weak shot on net is stopped by Novick. The rebound cleared by Potter. 40 seconds to go in this Blue Wave power play. Taking it below the net is Sarah Hearns. Now back out to the point. Bellissimo with it on her backhand, battling with Kaylee Harden. It goes back out to Chan. To Bellissimo. Looks for a slap shot, blocked by Harden. The rebound is in front. Raymond could have picked it out of the air, but it goes just under her stick. Buchanan trying desperately to clear this puck as Bellissimo keeps it in. Goes left side, throws it in front. Novick with a poke check to get it back out to the corner. Less than 10 to go in this power play for the Blue Wave. Puck on net, hits the official. A rebound from Raymond, and it finds its way through Novick. Kelly Raymond puts Darien up 4-2 on this power play.
Well, that official was in no man's land, and that's what happens.
I think he's credited with the assist, right?
Yep. That's a big no-no.
Where's he supposed to be?
He's supposed to be on the goal line, working his way in, and he was deep.
I will say, now that I've criticized them, it's harder when there's only 2 in a game like this.
Yeah,
right?
no, most definitely, because they're both a referee and a linesman, and they have to be in multiple places. And these girls can play hockey and they can skate, and you got to be able to keep up.
Wismo tries to go back out to the point. It finds Martin in the neutral zone. And now Darien finds himself up 2 goals, 11:51 away from a FCIAC championship. Now Raymond takes a shot, blockered away from Novick. Benson with it at the red line, tries to get it out. It goes back out to the point. Shot on net is deflected. It's loose, and Novick makes the stop. Kelly Raymond in front once again.
Well, Dylan, Damien's not here today. I'm not sure where he is. He's got his feet up with a beer in his hand, maybe. We've neglected to identify our producers, directors, and camera people. Do you know who's here?
You're right. You see, one of my friends, Cortland Parent, came and set us up. I have Austin Platt on Twitter here, and the DAF crew have been great today. Producing this game, it's biggest game of the year, FCIAC Championship, and they've been doing a great job with graphics, highlights, and just producing the entire thing. Great job from them, as usual.
Yes, he's now in the proper position.
Here's Courtney O'Connell breaking out for the Rams. She finds Maddie Cloud. Cloud
Nice
back
pass.
over to O'Connell, looks for a shot, blocked down by Drugan. She's been playing great today, huh, Dan?
Yeah, she really has. She's gotten picked up like a couple of miles an hour in her step the last month or so, and it's really paid off.
Dribbles back out to McKenna Harden, who puts it in deep for Kroll. Back out to Toscano, left side wing, gets it out to Chan. Niffen looking to get it out. It finds Benson sick. Now O'Connell for the Rams. Puts a shot on net. Easy save for Hoft. And we have a stoppage here. 10:30 left in the third.
Let's also acknowledge the coaches on both teams, the time and effort they put into these dedicated female athletes. It's greatly appreciated. We're enjoying the fruits of their labor right now.
Two very well-coached teams battling along for the FCIAC Championship. Coach Buellin and Coach Stropsa have been great throughout the entire year, and their year will continue into states next week.
Yeah, both teams earned a bye as one of the top 4 seeds in the state tournament that starts, I believe, sometime next week. So
Starts on Monday and Tuesday, first round, and then the quarters are on Saturday, the semis are on Tuesday, and the championship is on Thursday.
I understand that was an accommodation made
Yes.
for our programs down here because the Ice Cats team is expecting, we'll see, they still have some hockey to play tomorrow, but expecting to be heading up to Maine for regionals that weekend.
Exactly.
As if these girls don't play enough.
Here's Cloud in the neutral zone. Now Benson picking up for the Rams with a few nice moves. We'll see if we get another matchup between these two teams in the state finals. We know that they're both in the top 4. Simsbury up there as well. New Canaan losing to Simsbury in their first game of the season this year. Benson looking to get it out. O'Connell as well. And the first line left winger will take it out herself. 1-on-5, she takes it, loses the puck to Martin. She throws it back out to Potter. 9:15 left to go in this third. 2 goals needed for the Rams.
Good move by Amanda Benson.
Darien doesn't need another goal. What they need to do is keep doing what they've done for the first 6 minutes here, which is play smart hockey.
Yep.
Here's Kroll right side, tries to find Quincy Connell. It bounces out to Lowe. Lowe dumps it in, now has to go chase after it with Kroll. Putting the pressure on is Grace Kroll as Darien looks for a way out of their own zone. Taking it herself is Drugan. Back out right side, Niffen dumps it in. And now Kroll takes herself in her own zone. Potter with a block on a shot. It goes back out to the left side where Harden will take it. She has Lowe in front of her. She gets it out along the wall.
It's a hand pass. I think that goes all the way down.
Looks like it.
That's what the officials are signaling 8:15 left in this third period. The Rams needing 2 goals. Boyd, who are you looking to on this Rams team to start a fire, really?
Well, they got the line out right now. Their most prolific line, the first line here. Look for O'Connell or Harden to spark their offense here.
Benson keeps it in, goes back left side. Courtney O'Connell takes the puck away. She has Harden in front, takes it herself. Puts it back down deep to Cloud. Cloud looking to move to the slot. A great block there from Drugan. And then it goes back below the net once again. In the middle of the ice, still loose, and now Darien will take it with Toscano. She has it right side. Going to her backhand, looks to throw it in front. Benson takes a hit, a collision in the slot, and Novick will cover up.
A heavy collision there, but it was 2 players looking for the puck and finding each other instead.
Yeah.
So nothing intentional there. Nothing.
Incidental
no
contact.
Yep.
Hey, if you don't want your daughter to get hurt, they shouldn't play hockey.
Quincy Connell looking for the push on the faceoff. It comes in front. Novick diving to try to cover it, but Kroll has it for the Rams. She still can't get it out. Now here's Chan, right side corner. Throws it in front.
Nice shot.
Now back below the net. Kenna Harden looking to get out right side. She does to the neutral zone. Darien will switch his sides of the ice and now throws it back in.
Well, good pressure here by Darien to keep the puck down at this end. It's hard to score if you're New Canaan if you're down at this end of the ice.
Tip by Niffen, nice. Goes just wide.
Wow. It's good play. Yeah, what I like, there's Connell and Chan are 2 converted figure skaters, and you could see it when how they play hockey because they're so good.
I've never seen a figure skater throw an elbow, though.
Well, it's an acquired
And
skill.
I've seen both of them do that,
Yeah.
so they learned it somewhere.
Yeah, they adapted quickly, right?
Potter dumps it in. The first line still out for New Canaan. 6:30 to go left in the third period. Benson looking to keep it in and does to Courtney O'Connell. Looks to cut to the slot, loses it, and Darien gets it clear.
Hey, both teams being very patient here. Darien on the defensive end and New Canaan offensively. There's no panic in this New Canaan team. There's plenty of time, and they only need 2 to tie it up.
Here's Kaylee Harden looking for 1. She loses the puck in the neutral zone. Darien coming back the other way. Making a move. Benson with great defense on Raymond. And then lays a hit, and there's a penalty.
Probably interference.
Well, contact in the upper extremities, whether shoulders or near the head area, right? That's always going to draw a whistle, no matter what.
It was an interference call.
Not a penalty you want to take if you're the Rams. Less than 6 minutes to go, and now 2 of them will be on the 4-on-5 penalty kill.
Well, who knows what kind of opportunity this might create for New Canaan. I mean, they're going to press a little bit here and maybe take a little bit of risk, and it may just turn into a shorthanded goal.
Here's Raymond below the net. She has Hearns in front. Can't get it to Edwards, and now looking to get it out is Kroll. Potter stepping up, and it goes through the legs of Martin into the neutral zone. Kind of Harden clearing it back out.
Change up.
And now bring it in for Darien is Drugan. Trying to take it away as Connell throws it in front is Bellissimo. It gets blocked, comes right back to her. Drugan's shot goes just wide left. Martin on as well. A shot from the point is blocked by Quincy, but it stays in for the Blue Wave. Back out point.
Nice pass by Olivia.
Eric's looked to put it in. It goes past the crease behind Novick, but finds its way to the corner where Kroll will clear it out. I believe it hit someone on the New Canaan bench.
Yeah, that was inadvertent whistle, but
Looked like it had gotten through there cleanly.
yeah,
right?
it did.
It's hard
but
to tell.
It's hard to tell.
One thing I do like about what the Darien team has done today is their activity in front of the net. And that's not something that's always there for them, but a lot of these goals are getting created from people just throwing the puck in front and getting a tip in or a deflection. We've seen a number of those opportunities here in the last couple of minutes.
Under a minute to go in this PK for the Rams as Kaylee Harden clears down. We're in the final 5 minutes of this FCIAC championship game with Toscano taking it in the neutral zone, looking for a long pass to Drugan. Eric's on there as well. Comes back out to Harden, and she'll clear it down. 30 left to go on this power play for Darien as they'll start another rush up. Takes a weird bounce off the boards. Lowe clears it back down. And Darien regains possession with Hearns. Now a pass to the left side and back out right. Donovan. Back out point. Tried to find Eriks, but it went past her stick and back to the neutral zone. 5 to go on this power play for Darien. Connell with a good defensive play, and we're back to 5-on-5 play. Quincy Connell taking on her backhand, looking to clear it on in, but Darien doing a great job of keeping possession. Something we saw in that third period against Greenwich, at least in the first 10 minutes, Sam.
Yeah, and you're going to see them look to do what they're doing right now, which is just kill clock, right? We'll take the puck back down deep into our zone, uncontested, waste 5 or 6 seconds, and then we'll bring it back up. And that's just trying to bleed that clock dry.
Lowe looking to get it out, finds Connell's stick, but it deflects. Right back out to Niffen.
Smart play.
Here's Drugan for Darien. Finds a forward on the right side. Shot saved by Novik. The rebound still loose. She dives on top of it. And the referee blows his whistle.
That was a great job finding that shooting lane. It really took some patience just to wait for that lane to open up. Obviously, Novik right there to make the save.
3:06 left in the third. Rams down 2. Cloud loses the faceoff. A shot on Novik once again. She found it at the last moment and makes the stop. Another offensive zone faceoff here for the Blue Wave. They win it and keep it in. Under 3 to go now. Benson below the net, batting along with Edwards. Edwards doing a great job of killing time here below the net.
Yeah, you got to be careful you don't get delay a game.
Trying to throw it in front. She finds a defenseman. A change-up shot goes in on Novik, and she makes the stop. Raymond back to Edwards. Looked for a pass in front. It found Raymond once again. Bellissimo also on with these forwards. New Canaan not being able to generate any offense here in the last 5 minutes, and Darien keeps it themselves in the New Canaan zone. Hearns doing a great job of killing time as well. Skating in a circle, now back out point. High shot goes off the glass. Here's Raymond, looks to put it on net. It's deflected below the net where Bellissimo has it. Now Kaylee Harden looks to get it out right side boards.
So, Boyd, do you pull the goalie here at your first opportunity down 2 with 2 minutes to go?
I do. I bring her out right now.
I don't see any signals coming from the bench.
Other thing, too, is you got a timeout, and I would consider using it here shortly.
Shot on Novik. She makes the stop. Edwards on once again for Darien. Back out point. Just playing it safe. Putting it in deep to Toscano. She has Eriks in front. Harden taking it for the Rams. Here's Martin with a nice spin move. Finds the lane and now has some space. Takes a shot. Saved by Novik. It's behind her. And the whistle was blown.
I take a timeout right now if I'm New Canaan. Rest your players.
Here it comes. Yep.
Yep. Calling a penalty too? Or what do we got?
Seems like a penalty. Timeout, I'm pretty sure, for New Canaan is what the official just
Yeah,
motion.
no, New Canaan's got a penalty coming too. I just saw him signal a high stick.
That's what he's saying to Coach Rich Buellin.
Tough call to make under 2 minutes to go, but
I don't know. I didn't see anything out there, but the officials obviously did. It really changes the complexion of the last 84 seconds that they have here now. Now down to skater. If the plan was to pull the goalie, I'm not sure that's a move that Coach Buellen's going to make, but we'll see.
If they do, it will be back to 5-on-5 play, having to score 2 goals in a minute 24.
It's a Herculean task, especially man down.
We've seen crazier things. Dan, you referenced it on Wednesday with Kevin about that Greenwich game and Tessa Marciano.
Yeah, let's not bring that up today, but you're absolutely
Hey, this
right.
is a pretty good result for you.
A 2-goal lead is not safe. Darien proved that last year.
Now they look to finally close the door and get that FCIAC championship. It will be to Sophie Potter for high sticking. And the face-off will be in the New Canaan defensive zone.
Well, it must have been something very blatant. I just didn't see it.
Benson with the blower net, battling with Niffen. Nell Niffen doing a great job of killing time. Maddie Cloud can't find it, goes back out point. Martin back out right wing, Niffen.
You see New Canaan's got the hanger back there to, if somebody can get that puck free and get it down or try to create a breakaway.
Yep.
Just a minute to go in the FCIAC championship. McKenna
There it
Harden
is.
clears it down. Kaylee Harden to chase after it. Drugan back for Darien. Harden makes a move to her backhand, shoots, stopped by
Nice
Haupt.
save.
What a save. A breakaway for Harden to make this a 1-goal game, and Claire Haupt stayed with her the entire way, makes the save.
Yeah, just a breakdown of communication there for Darien. Somebody had to see that, either on the ice or on the bench. She was hanging down there for quite a while.
And now New Canaan has decided to pull their goalie, and Blythe Novick back to 5-on-5 play here. 48 to go in the third. Cloud wins the faceoff, but it's too strong, and Benson will have to chase after it. Benson, 2 goals with herself today, now goes down right wing, makes a nice move to her backhand. She's so skillful with the puck. Tries to find someone in the slot, and it comes out. Harden couldn't keep it in, and now with 31 seconds to go, Darien can just taste that trophy. Face off down. Darien clears it. It goes wide. Icing waved off here. Comes back out in the slot where Harden will take it. On her is Eriks.
Not quite sure on that wave off. There was really no indication there was a tip puck or anything.
Yeah, it didn't hit a stick, but
Deep in the New Canaan zone as Darien has 10 seconds to go with Bellissimo in the corner. She tries to take the time off. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. The Darien Blue Wave are your 2020 FCIAC champions.
well, congratulations, Dan. Nice job today, Dylan.
Thank you.
Well, it was a good game.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. These teams have done a really great job over the years, sort of swapping back and forth. And, you know, while the Darien team will celebrate tonight, they'll say our work's not done. But you can tell this New Canaan team is going to take this as momentum into the state tournament that now they've got a score to settle.
Yeah, no, it's if you're going to win one, you want the state crown. But as we all know, living down here, this is a very desirable trophy. And congratulations to the Blue Wave.
Yeah, it definitely brings a lot of bragging rights with it. And the Darien team hasn't seen this trophy in a number of years, so it's good for them to get a shot at it back. Obviously, New Canaan having it last year, and I think, was it 2 years in a row in New Canaan, or was it Greenwich the year before?
Greenwich was the year before.
I mean, it just speaks to the balance of these programs down here that on any given day it can go to any team.
What a game by both teams, and now we will have a trophy presentation as Darien will receive the FCIAC championship trophy. Both teams lining up at the blue line for this presentation.
So Rich Buellin and Jamie Tropsa have been lifelong friends, grew up together, played hockey together. Both of them represent the sport as well as any coaches can.
Well, they both talk about their very strong affection for each other, but they say the only thing that's better than that for them is to beat each other.
Exactly. Let's also acknowledge the, well, go ahead and recognize the captains here.
Lizzie Kaczynski, Quincy Connell, and Sophie Potter will come on and receive the runner-up trophy for the FCIAC championship as they talk with their coach.
I was also going to do a shout-out to the other New Canaan coaches, but we won't interrupt here the presentation.
Starting netminder for the playoffs for the Blue Wave.
Young lady who's dealt with some adversity. Congratulations to her.
Again, we talked about it. Hopt wasn't the number one all year. It was Ella Whitcomb in there as well. And she got the start in the playoffs, and she just ran with it.
Yeah, I think Jamie's, running the hot hand now as coaches go on field with that. But he's got good options with Ella or Claire. And I think you'll see number one in net until something bad happens.
Only let up 2 goals the entire postseason. It made some really nice stops along the way. The Darien players being awarded here by number as they go through the roster. These two teams, they split in the regular season.
That's the first time we've seen Cece on the ice in a while. As you can tell, she's coming back from an injury. She's been out for a couple months, rolling 5D as a result. The other thing I'd point out is my daughter's AP Chem grade. She's been working her butt off. It's a tough class. I'm sure she's going to watch this film later and come over and kick me in the head and say, why did you have to bring that up? But a shout out for her as well as the work she does on the ice. But if you've experienced that AP Chem course, it is a bear. And she started the year with something like a grade that started with a 5. And now she's got a grade that's just about to touch a 9. So we're
good for her.
Very proud parents about that.
Thank goodness for her mom.
Luckily, I got to miss that class, but now they finally get a trophy, not in the academics, but they get honored for their work out of school, that is.
What's the class you hated the most, Dylan, your 4 years at New Canaan High School?
It had to be biology. Biology kicked my rear end for a full year in sophomore year, and I'm just thankful I'm done with that course.
Well, you certainly got the gift gab. Good job, Dylan.
Thank you. Kid Eric's getting the trophy here for Darien as they go through the captains.
I think that was the most valuable player trophy maybe that Kid Eric's took home. Yeah. Congratulations to Kid. Well earned. She is an absolute disruptor as a center on that first line. Heading to Boston College next year to play lacrosse.
Wow. Yep.
2 goals for Eric's today. She gets the MVP, and Darien getting their first FCIAC championship in a while. What a moment as they take a team picture. And what a game we had today. We talked before the game, guys. We expected maybe a 2-1, 1-0 game. We ended up with 6 goals total.
Yep.
The over must have hit. And now Darien is the 2020 FCIAC champions. It's wonderful. And now we'll go on to our next game where the Darien boys team will be playing Fairfield Co-op in their quarterfinal. They lost the coin flip earlier this week, and we will have the game right here on DAF Media. The crew did an amazing job today. Thank you guys, from producers to cameramen and women. It was a great production, and now the boys team comes on after they clean the ice. But just a great game from the Darien girls and the New Canaan girls today, as they will both head to states next week.
Not quite the view I wanted to see, but the reality is that I'm really proud of a lot of those girls out there. They've been teammates with my daughters, and it's hard to not enjoy this moment for them as well.
Dan, you have any comments?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's the first one for a number of these players. We got a crew of a half a dozen seniors who won it as freshmen, and they haven't seen it since. And they won 2 state championships since. But for all of that, I mean, this is an important trophy. It's an important. I mean, it's the best conference in the state.
Yep.
And you know, to be able to point to something that says, hey, you know, we were the better team on this day. We took the trophy home. You know, they will enjoy that, you know, the rest of the day, today, tomorrow. A bunch of them will be on the ice tomorrow, as I said earlier. But, you know, it's good for them. I've seen them after games that they've lost like this the last 2 years in the semifinals, and, you know, it becomes a motivational tool. But I think the message that this team has for the world is this is our year, but you got to prove it every game, every day. And, you know, today they were able to finish it off and get the win. But again, it was a very, very evenly played game. The penalties kind of disrupted it a bit. But, you know, hats off to this New Canaan team. And, you know, if they meet again in this tournament, which I would be surprised if they didn't, I wouldn't read anything into this game into that. I mean, it's we saw last year the New Canaan team just absolutely dominated that state championship game. So they're fun to watch. They're enjoyable to win. You shake them off when you lose, and you get on with your life. So it's a lot of fun to watch as a fan of the sport. And as Boyd said, like, these are really, really great kids, and it's fun to see them compete against each other, be good sports. They'll compete like hell during the game, but when the game's over, there's hugs all around, and they go back to being friends.
Yeah, and the other thing that makes me proud is, you know, like you, Dan, you've been involved with the youth program here, is that these athletes, these young women, are so well-rounded now. Not only are they athletes, but as you alluded to with your daughter's academic success, you know, there's multiple young ladies out there who not only do extremely well academically, but do so athletically, socially, and they're just developing into tremendous individuals. And it's hard not to sit here and enjoy this moment because they're blossoming as human beings.
Final here today, 4 for Darien, 2 for New Canaan. Darien getting that FCIAC championship. And now we'll go into the boys game, but thank you guys, Boyd and Dan, for joining me today. I've been Dylan Pescator, and that's your game today.